Howdy, Ranger fans. Welcome to another week of our Midweek Coaches Show. As we've said pretty much every week lately, it's a busy time here at Ranger Athletics. I look forward to sharing all of our successes of the past week and what's coming up in the coming weeks. Let's start with our most important, girls soccer. Boys soccer both made the playoffs. Went in as the number 2 seed, had tough draws in the first round of playoffs. They played a doubleheader back-to-back games Monday night. Our boys faced a very talented Liberty Hill team. Unfortunately, did not pull out the win, lost 3-0. Again, that does not define their season. We're so proud of Coach Boss, her staff, our entire boys soccer team for having a great district season, making playoffs, and representing SV so well. Following that, our girls took the field against Cedar Park and lost a heartbreaker 2-1. Not the way anybody wants to end their season, but again, the girls had a great district season, came out the number 2 seed. We're so proud of Coach Atkins, his entire staff, our entire girls soccer program. To both girls and boys soccer, to the seniors, thank you for everything you've done for this program for the past 4 years. We're so proud of you. We've had very successful seasons, and again, these playoff losses don't define it. So congrats on a successful season, and we look forward to watching our returners come back next year. Speaking of success, our track team continues to kill it. Last Thursday, they headed to Texas State, where they absolutely dominated, and then Saturday headed to Northside Stadium, Gustafson Stadium of NISD, where they had a great showing. They're gearing up for district. Coach Jones and his staff are very pleased with the way everybody's performing in all of the events. We've got some great field events. We've got some great runners. So if you haven't been able to watch track, I suggest you find them in the next coming weeks as they prepare for district, because they've got a great season ahead of them. Golf is in district right now. So our girls actually participated the past 2 days out at Valor. And we want to give a huge shout out to Sayers Allen. Not a new name that we've been saying here. She actually yesterday won her 3rd district championship consecutive. So 3 years in a row, Sayers has been our district champ. We're so proud of her. We'll hear from Coach Poppy next week about what's coming up now that district is done. But congrats to Sayers and our entire girls team for a fantastic showing at district yesterday. Also great showing yesterday was our tennis team. I got to walk out. They hosted Davenport here at SV. Had a great day, beautiful day weather-wise, and a beautiful day for our kids as they were very successful against Davenport. They are also gearing up for district, so they seem to be peaking at the right time. Coach Lalonde, Coach Albright doing a great job there. We're also going to hear from them next week with a little bit more of an in-depth look. Let's move into baseball. So baseball is in the heart of district. They are currently 5-0. They had 2 big wins last week over Seguin, and then a huge win last night over Wagner. Coach Kale and those guys are doing a great job, currently undefeated in district, got some big games coming up. Speaking of big games, our softball team is 6-1 in district right now. They are on a 5-game win streak, and to find out a little bit more about that, we're going to head over to Coach Hill, who's going to chat with Coach Wolf for a little bit more of an in-depth look into our softball program.
Thanks, Coach Miller, and congratulations to our athletes, teams, and athletes and coaches on their successes this past week. And of course, good luck in the weeks to come as we kind of get to crunch time in some of these spring sports. And speaking of spring sports, today we're going to focus on our softball program. Coach Amanda Wolf-Schramm, who's our head softball coach, is with us today, and obviously we're going to feature their program. And Coach, here we are toward the end of March. We're kind of getting crunch time with your season, but let's don't talk about what's ahead. Let's bring the Ranger fans up to speed on what's happened since y'all got going in January.
So, this year, kind of like last year, we had a pretty tough schedule in preseason. We wanted to prepare ourselves for what we felt like we had as a good squad together as a team this year. And we wanted to prepare them. So we gave ourselves a couple of preseason matchups and then got ourselves in some tournaments with some good competition. We hosted our own tournament. We went 6-0 in that tournament. Then we went over to Dripping Springs tournament and went 2-3. Faced some great competition there, a couple of top 10 teams, and that was good to see. And then we went our last week of a tournament season. We went to Hayes and we went 5-0, and just to kind of prepare us into our district play. So far, right now, we're 19-6. And so just kind of getting the kids prepared for district season, because that's what really counts,
Right.
And preparing and hopefully to make a run in the playoffs.
Well, and of course, you say run in the playoffs. Last year was a a stellar year. You made a run all the way to the regional finals. You're one game away from going to the state tournament. Got a good number of those players back, and of course, to get to the playoffs and get that kind of run, you've got to excel in district. And after 7 district games, we're sitting at 6-1. How's that going?
Yeah, so we dropped our first district game and kind of got ourselves back on track right now. And won the last of those. And so now we're sitting at 6-1 going into our second half of district. We're kind of looking right now to try and peak at the right time. Every coach, that's kind of what they look for, is to peak at the right time and kind of get going. And talking about last year, that's what we kind of did, right? We learned from our losses and, focused on moving forward and those kinds of things. So that's kind of our focus right now, is peaking at the right time. Making the plays defensively, passing the bat. That's kind of our mantra offensively. So we're looking for this second half.
Well, we're 6-1. I think there's 2 others 6-1.
Yes, sir.
It's a unique here at the Turn where everybody played their last night. Everyone played their last game of the first round. So us and Kerrville and Veterans Memorial
Yes, sir.
are all tied at 6-1. And we've all beat each other, so it's a true 3-way tie. Mm-hmm. So obviously these next 7 games will drive what we're after. But and we've got some games that are going to be broadcast. I think 3 of the 7 remaining district games will be broadcast on Rangers Network. Fans who come out to the game or watch some of these broadcasts, who are players that they ought to be looking for? Who's kind of leading the way for you right now so far?
So we've got 2 of our pitchers back who, helped us make that big run last year, Ariana Kapik, Madeline Hahn. Zoe Allison is predominantly doing a lot of our catching. She caught last year as a freshman. This year she's a sophomore. Sierra Gonzalez playing third and leading offensively. Bianca Shoquist, Big Sticks. Mia Norton is our leadoff. She's done a tremendous job. Brianna Arona, another returner, playing second. Audrey Brown is our other senior left fielder. So those are some of our kids right now, key players.
Well, like you said, wanting to peak at the right time, and we did that a year ago. Had a tremendous run. Beginning this Thursday, we start round 2 tomorrow against Kerrville, who you mentioned beat us in the first round.
Yes,
That's
sir.
our one loss. So that obviously, one way or the other, is going to begin to break up this 3-way tie. So we hope, Ranger fans, that you'll come. We'll be in Kerrville tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Back home next Tuesday.
Yep.
Is that Seguin? I believe
Yes,
that's
sir,
right.
Seguin.
So next Tuesday be an opportunity to Seguin, and then pay attention to your emails and your alerts, because these 3 broadcasted games that are coming up in the coming weeks, you'll be getting links you can click, and we hope you'll come to the park and watch.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't, we hope you'll watch on the network. And Coach, good luck. We know we're real proud of you, real proud of Coach Randall, your entire staff, your players. Not just how you're winning, obviously playing at a high level, but how you represent the brand of Smithson Valley. So thanks for all you do. Good luck in the coming weeks. Back to you, Coach Miller, and go Rangers.
Thanks, Coach. Again, congrats to softball for a great 5-game win streak. If you haven't had a chance to catch them, come on out. It's energetic. It's fun. Softball games are always fun with Coach Wolf and Coach Randall. Again, they're here at Smithson Valley next Tuesday, so we'd love to see you there. If you're looking for baseball, they are traveling to Wagner this Thursday. It is Thursday because Friday is Good Friday, so they will be at Wagner this Thursday night and then at Veterans Memorial next Tuesday. So if you're looking to find them at home, you'll have to wait till next Friday. But good luck to Coach Kale and those guys as they continue through district. Our track team this Thursday is heading to the Shelton Relays at Hayes. So at Shelton Stadium in Hayes, good luck to them. And then Friday and Saturday is Texas Relays hosted by University of Texas at UT. So we had a bunch of our athletes able to qualify for that. That's kind of an invitational, best in the state. We've got some kids in field events. We've got some runners going. So I look forward to highlighting how they do against some of the state's best this weekend. So good luck to Coach Jones and those kids. And then golf, today, Wednesday, and then tomorrow, Thursday, our boys are competing at district over at Valor. So next week when we hear from Coach Poppy, we'll look forward to getting a recap on how that went and who's moving into the next round for golf. Outside of athletics, we always want to highlight our students and teachers of the week. We had a ton of submissions this week, so we've selected 2 students of the week. Our first one is Jacob Fouts. The quote that was submitted about Jacob says, "Jacob is an outstanding student and always sets an example for others. He is friendly, kind, and very respectful to all." Thank you to Jacob for embodying what a Ranger is. And our other student, Devin Zook, the quote says, "Devin is such a hardworking and kind student that is always on top of his work and does his very best every day. He always wants to know how to better himself and continue to grow as a student. I really enjoy having a student like Devin in class." So again, congrats to Jacob Fouts and Devin Zook, who are our students of the week. We also want to highlight our Ranger Teacher of the Week, Miss Kay Newsome. The quote that was submitted by a peer says, "Miss Newsome challenges herself to be a better teacher every year. For example, she looks over her AP scores and breaks them down to pinpoint areas in which she can help her students improve. She takes targeted action, works hard at implementing new strategies, and her students experience greater success as a result of her hard work. Her mindset is on student growth, and I'm grateful she chose to be a Ranger." We are too. Thank you to Miss Newsome. Congratulations for being our Ranger Teacher of the Week. We look forward to celebrating all of our athletes, seeing all of their successes this week. If you have some time, come out and check out our Ranger athletes. We look forward to catching up with you next week and celebrating all of our successes. Go Rangers.